Gerone Wright here, and thank you once again for joining me on my Gerone Wright YouTube channel here on YouTube. In this video, I'm going to be bringing you some amazing discoveries and finds of mine, thanks to my mirroring tech, Mike, who assists me in bringing these mirrored images to you, okay, through my channel. You can also join me on Facebook. A lot of the things that you can't see quite so clearly here, I actually have posted the images, the actual images on my Facebook page there on Facebook, okay? Again, I only have 15 minutes, so I have to get right to the point here. This amazing image that you see is a mirrored image of the Great Sphinx. And I found that through this mirroring technology that our Renaissance artists such as Leonardo da Vinci and other artists actually used, Sandro Bastelli, possibly even Michelangelo. They actually knew a hidden secret about this mirroring technology that they actually incorporated in their artwork. And what happens is that our ancestors, whom I discovered to be that of reptilian, they acquired this, not only this reptilian sense of being through their natural evolutionary passage, but also their vision, their eyes. So therefore, that anything that was created back then could actually be looked at not in just one way, but in many different ways. And just simply by taking what Mike has done for me here is passing this image back over itself again. And I by the way, I've done this with Angkor Wat as well too. You have to see my videos here. But what happens is it creates a motion picture, and it shows you an ancient past. It's a motion picture, into a dimensional motion picture that creates holographic images that allows you to look into the past. And here is just one amazing image there. Okay. Here is, I'm going to go with some of the others there's another that creates like a pyramid in a pyramid. You see that? Amazing, isn't it? And not just that, I don't know if you can see at the bottom there, but here is another pyramid down here, and it creates the likeness of a guy's face inside of there. And all of this can be realized even in the eroded state of the Great Sphinx, a dimensional reality. You see that? I have some other amazing things that I'm gonna make about this. I'm gonna keep on moving. Here, look at this amazing image here. When I first saw this image, I knew exactly what this was creating. And this is again in the face of the Great Sphinx, and you can see one part of the face over here and the other over here through the mirrored image. It actually creates a vagina. I'll go into detail about that, but actually here on the vagina vulva is that you see an image of that, and the likeness of that of a monkey, the face of a monkey. Jaws, lips, nose, eyes, and I don't know how close I can get in with that without distorting the image there for you. But you see that, people? A dimensional reality. I want to show you something else about that dimensional reality, because these are images that show us something in sequential order. A monkey, from monkey came mankind, opposite the image of a monkey kind. And that creature, there's also another creature there on the forehead of the monkey. But if you flip the image over, I'm just going to turn it right over so you don't see that there's no tricks to this. If you look inside of there, a woman's face appears. There's her chin, her mouth, her eye. Okay. The monkey's, I believe, bottom lip area becomes her headdress. And you ever see the African women that have those necklaces around their necks that choke their neck up and makes it look like their neck is being stretched? All of that is right here pictured in the image, people. Not just that. I don't know if you can see that there is a guy here right behind her. Like if he's straddling, and she's between his legs are around his being, around his arms outstretched and come around and come down, and his hands are placed on her shoulders from behind. Again, I have this on my page there. I don't know if you can see that face. You could probably see that ghost-like woman's face, the witch-like woman. I dub her as being that of the mother of creation, but in this case, these are ancestors here that are being described in this dimensional image. Now, here's another similar image of that monkey, which is in a different state. And when you turn this image, oh, hold on. There's the Merlin. In this one here, the Merlin looking guy is produced. Remember where I showed you where the monkey is here? The monkey's mouth, the nose. There's a Merlin looking guy. There's his beard. There's his mouth. There's his forehead. His arms are outstretched. This darkened areas becomes his robe, his entire robe. His arm is outstretched this way. The arm is outstretched that way. The body area, this would be the stomach. This would be the leg, a leg. And standing on the, straddling the nose and the eye area and the mouth area of the ape image. Standing there, a wise man. Can you see that? Again, these images are much clearer on my page. I'm going to back out some so you can see that. A monkey's face with a man, a wise man, standing on like a Merlin looking figure, or Zeus or Jesus-like character, God-like figure, standing, beard, chin, face, his entire face there in this image on what I describe as being a vagina when mirrored through the Great Sphinx image. Hold on. Did we get those images there? When you turn that image with the Merlin looking guy on top of standing on the monkey's face, when you turn it over, that same image that I said was the mother of creation, this here produces her in a different state and face. If you look inside of there, you will see her likeness being more like that, geared towards being closer to her African origins. The other almost looked like a Hindu Asian. This one here in the mirroring cycle puts her closer back to her African ancestor, and that's her likeness. Off on either side, just here, her whole piece becomes like a queen's headdress. And her face fits in there perfectly. And off to either side, you see like gestures, like royal gestures, chin, mouth, nose, hats, connecting to her hats. And this is what I believe that all of this evolved from, of what we have with our ancient rooted religion and ancient rooted royalty today, where you have these like royal gestures and assistants off to either side of them, where they have these like these twins. It's just absolutely phenomenal that in a mirrored image of this Sphinx, the same images could be produced. I can make you a clear artist's sketch and picture out of this based on what is here. Again, a lot of this stuff that you see here like this, you'll find it today in Disney and in cartoons, animated cartoons. And I'm telling you that it all evolved from this hidden secret of being able to understand what this is and what this is all describing. Here's the image of the Sphinx mirrored. Again, this is not even, look, a whole nother face within a face. And I'm gonna back this out some. And what happens is it gives you different faces and faces that describes how the image of the Great Sphinx came. So the evolution of the Great Sphinx, those faces, with everything that the Great Sphinx stands for, with the body of the lion, with the image that is there, with the serpent-like cobra gills off to either side, I forgot what they called them. It shows you how, that's what's amazing about these statues and these monuments. They show you how they arrived at that point. So everything that came before is incorporated within the image. And this is what the mirroring, the secret behind mirroring, brings out. A dimensional look into the past. A dimensional look. I like to say, I'm going into reality. Now, this is a clitoris flower, or clitoris flower. See the flower? You can understand why it's called the clitoris, because it resembles the female clitoris. Here is an actual image of a clitoris. And you see the labeled parts there. I think it's 1 through 8. Well, amazingly, people, my discovery, with the help of Mike, through the Great Sphinx, gives us the same exact scenario. You can identify all of the parts. Let me see if I can get this. You can identify all of the parts. I just want to go in, but not going to too high. I want you to be able to see everything there. Okay. Here we have the labia major. Here we have the vulva. Here we have the urethra orifice. These little guys right here off to either side. What's this? Let me see what we're at here. Let me get around here to this side. Oh, here, where we at? Can you see that? Here is the clitoral hood. I'm going to bring this in closer as well too. Also, there's a face of a creature in there. I got to bring it in to remind you of. Here we have the labia major, which is called the lips, which are in closer. Okay, right there. Oh, I think I did that already. Oh no, oh, I'm sorry, not the labia major. The labia minora, the lips. The labia minora, the lips, right here. Okay, and here we have on this creature. For whatever reason, I know the vagina is open, it's supposed to be up in here. For whatever reason, the vagina open on this creature is appearing right there. But you have, of the 8 parts, oh, and down here would be the penurium, right in here. Now, you have all of the describable and identifiable parts of a female's vagina. The reproductive system, the birth canal or reproductive canal of a female, which would not, should not surprise anyone, because through the female's body is the vessel of rebirth. So here it is here, and this image of that being mirrored. I want to show you something else with this creature, because on the vulva of this, when I described it being the female clitoris, if you look, this whole body, which looks like a jar, there is a face of a lizard-looking being right there. And if I have a pencil, I might be able to squeeze. I don't want to mark it up, but I'm going to give you one eye. Let me put one mark by the eye and the lips. Eye, and then there's the mouth right there. the mouth is right along that line right there. Here's the creature's neck and the creature's eyes off to either side. And what is described as the hood, what is that? The where's the hood? Oh gosh, what is that? Well, anyway, there's the creature's face right in there. Look at this. My name is Gerone Wright. Thank you for joining me. My time is up. I must stop.